Hello everybody, it's Troy here, and welcome back to another Rise of the Witch King 2.2 replay cast. Today we have a 2v2 rather, on Dale, which is a pretty cool map that doesn't get played very often. So I'm glad to see a match in it. We have Muadd as Dwarves there in the top left, and his ally for this match is MattysMirk in the top right. And then the opposing team, we have SosMula as Elves. And then his opponent, or his teammate rather, is Belenos. Who is SosMula? Belenos? I have no idea. Is that Soft? Because I should turn the replay off right now. But yeah, we have a dwarf versus elf on the left side, and the right side we have men versus goblins. Very cool. No, SosMula is an old player. Okay, cool. Cool. And of course, this map features an outpost in the center. We have trolls with inns on the sides, and trolls next to signal fires as well, in between each player's base. It's a pretty decent map. It's very Buckland-esque as far as layout goes, but it's obviously a lot more to it than Buckland does. And I think it's a little bigger as well, probably. Alright, Muadd is going for Guardians. I've took out my language file from so my things actually have the right fucking names, which is kind of nice for once. We have a Cav start going for Matty, so that should be pretty good against the Goblins here from Belenos, who's of course started as a cave. And then we have SosMula going for Lording Warrior start rather, into Lording Archers there. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like Belenos is going to try and capture the outpost. Not today, you ain't. As the Cav from Matty is not going to let that happen. Not going to let that fly. Does Muadd have a forward mine? Yes, he does. There it is. He's sending his first battalion of Guardians out. PowerPoint-wise, Belenos has gone for War Chant. Matty's gone for Rally Call. We have Rally Call for Muadd, and SosMula also having a Rally Call. So everybody's gone for a buff, which is not surprising in any way, shape, or form. That's generally pretty standard stuff. Alright, just looks like they're going to go for the double here on SosMula. Getting a nice teamwork rally call there. 2 for 1 is always ideal. And then, of course, the other player will still have his rally call, but they'll still have both their team stuff enabled in buff mode, which is pretty sweet. And now, that's going to put SosMula on the defensive here against some buff Guardians, which is going to be a little difficult to stop. And, of course, put in hold ground stance to give them a nice beefy armor buff. They should hold out for a fair amount of time. Meanwhile, Belenos is putting out a lot of goblins. He has lost a cave there, it looks like. But he has 2 more, and he's got a lot of goblins, so I'd say Belenos is doing alright in this side of the map. Matty's got a second battalion of cavalry out, and now he's starting to throw down a barracks in a well so he can heal up his cavalry. Meanwhile, Muadd is over here in the top middle, creeping the cave troll, and probably going to take this signal fire shortly after, I would imagine. Currently, the outpost is in control by MattysMirk, so he will be getting that extra boost to his economy, which is always great. Ooh. Those Cav were lucky they got hit from the flank there, because otherwise they would have got obliterated by charging the spikes. Sometimes when you charge spikes from the back, though, you don't die, so it's a lucky... obviously, he doesn't do any damage either, but still. Alright, Muadd's bringing in his Guardians to try and take down these melon trees, and he's doing a great job. Haldir is on the field now for SosMulas, or whatever his name is. SosMula, yeah, close enough. And Belenos is throwing some aggression over here at Matty. I'm going to take down his farm there. Looks like he's also lost that forward little base he was building with the well, and is relocating it to the back of his base. Try and keep it a bit safer from the goblin hordes of Belenos. And Belenos also capturing the outpost there, very nice. And now SosMula going to try and get rid of the forward mine here. There is a Brand inside there. King Brand himself. And we got Haldir, of course, for the enemy team. What level is he? Well, it's not enemy, but the other team. I'm not at anyone's team. they're all neutral to me. But the Brand should be useful. Brandon's not particularly great against Goblin hordes, because he can, of course, get overwhelmed pretty easily if you're not careful. But he's still a great hero to have, nonetheless. And of course, he's not directly facing goblins, so a single elf going to capture a single fire. That's value right there. And in comes all these goblos. Muadd's bases. Oh, it's like, did he go through the mountain? I didn't realize there was a pass there. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Eomer and his Gondor Knights coming to the aid of Muadd over here. It looks like SosMula and Belenos attacking Mattys' base now as well. So the aggression is very much in the top of the base, top team's areas now, which is generally what you want as a Goblin player. You want to keep the, keep the battle in the enemy, keep your own base alive. The best defense is a good offense. But as long as these knights get around properly, they should be able to trample the majority of these goblins pretty easily. By the way, the host of this match is Belenos, it looks like. So he is on host. Oh, Matty is going to lose a builder there, and down it goes. That is highly unfortunate for him. I'd say it's not looking great for him, but he does have his stable still. He has a barracks. He's by no means out of this match. He hasn't actually taken that much damage, but a lot of damage has been done. SosMula has creeped his cave troll over here, probably with Haldir and his friends there. They're going to capture the inn, which he could get to Rohan peasants if he so desires. Don't know if he will, but they're kind of good for meat shielding. We've got double barracks here from SosMula. He's choosing to get more barracks, just get more troops and not upgrade to Mirkwoods, at least as of yet. Belenos is sitting on 6 caves. That's pretty good. That's what you want. Lots of spam as goblins. If you're gonna go spam, go spam. You gotta go ham on the spam, as they say. No one says that, but they should. That makes sense. And Muadd, of course, having to defend as dwarves, which is always fun, especially against spam factions that send things everywhere. The elves are also in his base, being aggressive. Brand is slowly whittling them down. He's not level 2 yet. He doesn't have a slam shot, which doesn't feel great. There is indeed some Rohan peasants out. They're very weak. They can be upgraded with armor, forged blades, banners, and repair shields, which gives them a bit more armor as well. But I mean, generally speaking, you're probably not going to see that ever, really, unless an elven character doing really well and he has upgrades all researched. Alright, Belenos sending an attack towards Muadd again. Lots of Goblin warriors. The Goblin presence is strong in this one. In comes the cavalry from Matty. Try and clear up some of this madness. It looks like he did indeed clear up most of that. Muadd's are going for axe throwers and guardians currently. There's phalanx in there as well, of course. Haldir is level 4. Once he gets level 5, of course, he doesn't get leadership. I always think it's 5 for some reason. 6! He gets leadership from Haldir. Should be big for them. Eomer, of course, already has his horse lord leadership at start, which makes him great. But he also has outlaw leadership, so now when he gets kills, he's getting money as well. Let's have a look at powers. Belenos has got 2 5s. 5 power points in the bank. 500 to 675 command points. We have MattysMirk, the men player, in top right. Rebuild Rally Call, 2 power points in the bank, 257 and 400. Muadd, the dwarf player, has 280 of 525, 3 power points after getting 2 5s. And then we have SosMula, 7 power points in the bank after getting Rally Call, 529 of 600 command points. So I don't think anyone's got a 10-point power yet. Some players could have, but chose to get another 5 instead. Sometimes that's the right call. If you need a rebuild or you need a heal, sometimes it's better to get that than go for like a Bombadil or something. Because they'll have more utility at your disposal, but of course it will slow you down getting to your 25-point power. We do now have Rohan Spearmen and Gondor soldiers out for Matty now, so he has more than Cav. It's probably a good thing. This Cav is doing work though. But he's just killing Goblin Warriors, which isn't too much of a huge loss for Belenos, because he's able to put out such a spam. Looks like Azog's in there as well. Fresh Azog. Outpost has been knocked down. Didn't have control if he ever wants to rebuild it. But probably won't. You never know. And then comes the engagement here. We have Legolas and Haldir for SosMula. You know things are going well enough for the Elves when they have a Legolas. Pretty good. And this is where they double Matty into the ground. It might be, because the Elves have a pretty sizable force. Muadd is on the way though, but he is Dwarves of course, and he walks very slowly. And he doesn't have a line over here. But his Men of Dale will definitely be useful once they get over. Just gotta wonder, is it gonna be too late? I think they'll be fine. Because really the only thing that's over here that's threatening is the pikes, and they're not really threatening. And Azog, of course, he's in there somewhere. There's the Elven Wood, of course, from the Elves. They're not doing nearly enough damage to take this fort, though. Meanwhile, Belenos is going for an attack on Muadd, though, while he's over-aiding his ally, which is definitely a good call there. It'll take Muadd a while to get back over to his base. Look at this, Legolas trying to outrun this Cav army. Not going to happen, and Legolas goes down. That is a costly death for him. There we go, there's a rebuild. Top team does probably have 2 rebuilds. Oops, I didn't mean to click over there. We have Scavenger for Belenos right now, so that's great for him. Obviously, Azog and Scavenger doesn't stack, but if Azog is never around, then he'll still be benefiting from Brigandage or Scavenger, whichever is in the area. And yeah, we do indeed have rebuild. Rebuild by both top players. So it'll be a little bit harder to kill them. And the Meadowdale are doing pretty good work here. You see Belenos keeping his guys there. I don't know why he's keeping his guy there. Like passive leveling, maybe? I don't know. I would have said for Brigandage, but he has Scavenger, so that would make sense. If he does get ran down here, though, then he should have retreated a little bit sooner. I think he might have died, actually. Unfortunate. Alright, Muadd's building up quite a force. He's got Brand, he's got Men of Dale, he's got Pikes. Phalanxes, of course, as they're called. Pretty sizable army coming towards Belenos. Of course, he has Men of Dale over here as well. So overall, Muadd has a pretty good force. His Men of Dale are great. But, of course, they're not great at tanking Goblin Warriors' face. So, they should probably get out of dodge when they can. Get some of these soldiers of Gondor in the front there. The meat shield for the archers of Dale. We got Mirkwoods now, out for SosMula. Is that his name? I always forget what the hell his name is. SosMula. I said it backwards. So he's attacking up to higher tier archers. Which will be great for the Elves, of course. Once Elves get going, they can be quite nasty. And Haldir is almost level 6, he almost has leadership. So we might have the death clump of Elves soon. Which is not what you want to be against. But maybe Matty can get a nice charge off on these Mirkwoods. His Cav seemingly stuttered there. Didn't get there in time. He decided not to try it, which is definitely for the best. There's a Men of Dale summon for Muadd. Hitting him with the rally call as well. Very nice. And most of these Men of Dale are free, so it's not too bad if they die. Because they're not giving experience or power points to the enemy. These ones wisely pulled back though by Muadd so they don't actually tank arrows or anything. If you got free units, you might as well throw them at the enemy. Save your good ones. Brand, of course, is almost level... Well, he's getting close to level 6. Level 7 is Beast Slayer, which would be pretty good for single target. Especially if they're beastie. Which really will only apply to Belenos. Unless an eagle comes out, I guess. Eagle could make an appearance for the SosMula, but maybe not. Looks like we got Elven Mist as well as the wood. No, it's just the wood. I guess it just comes with the mist effect. But you never really want to fight an Elven Wood. If you're the enemy, obviously. If it's yours, you probably do. We got Noldor's out there. Very nice. Legolas is back. Looks like he's opted to go for the Legolas route again. Hopefully it goes better than last time. And now Matty is pushing forward down into Belenos' territory here. Belenos sending out waves and waves of goblins. Summoning spiderlings as well. And also throwing half-troll marauders into the fray. So far it's a pretty good back and forth game, I'd say. Muadd does have fire arrows now, which is going to make his archers a lot more effective against enemy buildings and just units in general. Belenos is going for a Drogoth. Interesting. I do question that choice, considering there's so many Menadale and a Brand almost level 7. But I guess if he stays away from that, maybe he'll be okay. But that could be a very swift death for Drogoth if he's not careful. Considering all the black arrows. Looks like he's going to creep a cave troll to start out. Not a bad call. Alright, the Noldors are doing pretty well. They got super range. They do a lot of damage. They are getting whittled down here. The Menadale Black Arrows pretty much shredding them, it looks like. So when he says Noldors are OP, you just have to have an army to fight them. They're not by any means unkillable. Oh, watch this Drogoth die. Unfortunately Muadd was not paying enough attention. I think he could have at least done a good amount of damage there to Drogoth. Alright. Now they're looking to preparing for a double on Muadd, perhaps. The Muadd, of course, is pushing into the base of Belenos. Belenos only having Drogoth, which is exactly what you don't want to have in this scenario. I'd argue. We also have a tower here with some archers in it for Matty. Going to make it increasingly more difficult for Drogoth to do anything in that territory. Or anything in general. And SosMula is pushing forth with Belenos here, and they're going to try and do some damage to Muadd. Which they might be able to do, because there's not a whole lot here. There's a complement of Dale and a phalanx in a farm, and a tunnel there. Mine shaft. Looks like Muadd is going to go back to his base for a bit here. We still just have Gondor Knights for Matty. Looks like he's just choosing the value route and not upgrading his... Well, he doesn't have his stables anyway. But he has got himself that. Which will give him a boost, 50% boost to all his farms, which is pretty good. Alright, let's see if this pays off. Drogoth, unopposed currently. Gonna get a real nice fireball off on Matty's cav. Very nice. And he's got the Elven support here. Although Muadd has arrived with his archers and Menad... Oh, they are Menadale archers. And phalanx. Brand probably in there somewhere as well. I can't really tell, to be honest. He might be over here even. Doesn't look like it. But Menadale are being a bit swarmed down there. So Muadd probably should have maybe not gone for the attack. There's Brand. Level 5. Still not level 7. So Drogoth... Well, if he's still alive. Is Drogoth dead? No, there he is. Okay. I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if he just died immediately. The Noldor falling to pieces, getting shredded by arrows. Now Legolas and how they're forced to retreat here, as their attack has done a bit of damage, but it didn't probably do as much as they were hoping for. Let's have a look at powers real quick. We got 8 power points for Muadd, or Belenos rather. I'm observing Belenos. We have, of course, Spiderling Summon there. We got Lone Tower for Matty. He's got 1 power points extra after that. He got Arrow Volley as well. Dwarven Riches for Muadd, as well as Summon of Dale. 2 power points after that. And then we have 11 power points after getting Elven Wood, which is a 10-point power, of course. So, SosMula could go for a 15-point power if he doesn't choose another one. Most players have gone for 2 10s or something like that, so no one has a 15-point power as of yet. Now the Giants being brought out to help try and get rid of this aggression tower play here. Although he's going to be whittled down by Athelian Rangers. And down comes some long shots. Belenos, press X in time. No sir. Most of those goblins are dead now. It looks like he's inflating his command points as well with the old Burrows expansion trick, which is good if you don't have a lot of farms, but you want to play a lot of troops. Oh, Lego says Arrow Wind. Very nice. He's getting up there. I really do like this map, actually. I wish it was played more often. It's just got a nice look to it, yeah? Also has a nice layout, in my opinion. It's like a Buckland mixed with something else. It's good. Because the bases are very Buckland-esque. But it's also balanced. Right, so Matty is going to camp here. He does have some statues and wells and stuff to heal up, a tower to protect him. It's a nice spot to hang at and do a thing. And the Elves on his side, SosMula, also has something similar, but without towers and statues and all that. This is more in his base anyway. But they're all just having a bit of a reprieve before the calm before the storm. Drogoth is now level 5 already. Not bad at all. He's not dead, which is more than I would have expected, to be honest. So if Belenos can keep him alive, even one more fireball probably will get him level 6 if he does a good one. And then Fireflight, which is always fun to use. I love Fireflight. Fireflight's, I think, Drogoth's coolest ability. You would think it'd be the level 10 one, but Fireflight, I think, is the one you get to use the most. And it just feels like it has a lot of oomph. Alright, Drogoth's got some good kills there. Continuing to pick up the archer line. Meanwhile, the hordes of goblins are being thrown into Matty's troops. It seems like Drogoth is doing alright. He's not being focused down. There's not really much archers to focus him down. That's kind of the dream. And Matty's cav has retreated back to the towers and stuff. Meanwhile, SosMula is pushing forth Muadd with his troops. He's thrown down Elven Wood and summoned Ents as well. He's going to go for the kill here. And you hear the summon Ents sound, you know shit's about to get real. Oh, Belenos hitting Muadd's army. Well, they clumped up with a nice Watcher. That was pretty brutal. And I think this is going to be GG for Muadd, perhaps. As most of his force has been destroyed by that Watcher.
Wood and oil.
Brand is not going to be enough. He's also going to die. Matty's coming in. Will he get here in time? They do probably still have 2 rebuilds. One of them has... Yep, they both still have rebuild. There's one. There's a nice arrow volley, killing majority of the pikes there. Drogoth coming in with his Wing Blast. Oh, yes. Very nice. Wing Blast. Great call here. It's going to keep the hit from getting touched by anything. And of course, he still has his Fireflight ready to roll if there's anything left to use it on. King Dane has been brought up by Muadd. He's a little late to the party. Getting a nice builder kill there. Oh, look at this Ent's health. It does get killed off by that. And of course, they do use their second rebuild. So Muadd is not dead yet. He's summoned Men of Dale in to help try and throw back this aggression. The Elves do have armor upgrades, it looks like. Which is pretty good. Always nice. Legos needs to be a bit careful there. He's taking a lot of arrow fire. It looks like Matty trying to summon Bombadil, perhaps. The biggest bully of them all, Bombadillo. Let's have a look at the right side here. Here comes Drogoth, try and swing things in his favor. He still hasn't used Firefly as far as I can tell. But Belenos is at least not throwing it away. I've seen many a Drogoth thrown away. And thankfully it's not this case. He's choosing his engagements wisely, I feel like. It's kind of what you want to do with Drogoth, because he's very expensive. Very lavish. But very powerful, if you use him properly. Treebeard's out for SosMula. He's also going to forward it, of course, as you see here in the middle. And he's continuing to hold Muadd back. We have an Arwen now as well. Fresh Arwen, so she's not got any levels. And we do now finally have Rohirrim out for Matty. It took a while for him to get Rohirrim. But of course he still had his Gondor Knights from the beginning. That's the thing. When they never die, you don't have to replace them. But of course now that they've all died, Rohirrim are starting to show up. Because he needs new troops, and why not? Why would you still buy Gondor Knights at this point in the game? It'd be crazy. And he does have a good force though. He's got a lot of archers. He's got his tower guards hitting up the thing. It looks like they're going to pull back and do a double rally call, perhaps. Yes, indeed. Nice teamwork there. I always love seeing the double rally call. I don't know why. Because when you don't, it feels like such a waste. Obviously, if your allies across the map, it's not really worth waiting for if you're about to go into combat to try and do that, but if you're there, you might as well. We got mountain giants throwing some rocks there. Getting a bit of Damaggio done. Hammer is level 10. He's a beastin'. Him and the Rohirrim are doing the Lord's work over here. That looks like a failed fireflight if I've ever seen one. He managed to hit the building in front of the army instead of the actual army itself. Well played, GG. No re. Unfortunate for him, because that could have done some serious damage. Thankfully for Matty, the building was there to cockblock. Alright, on the left side we got the Elves, of course, still facing off the Dwarves. Dane is still rocking around. Hobbit summon, of course, there for Muadd as well. But SosMula has a couple ints. So guys know there. Sounds like Dane has fallen. That's unfortunate. Muadd probably should have pulled him back a bit quicker. Brand is there. He's still not level 7. How the fuck is he still not level 7? I just don't know. Matty doesn't have much in the way of defense here in his base, so Belenos has potential to do a lot of damage with his hordes of goblins here. Especially with Drogoth support. Because Drogoth can deal with all of these right here pretty easily if he wants to. Not a whole lot they can do about it. They can go into bow mode, but they're going to do very little damage being a cavalry archer. To a Drogoth. These on the other hand would do something, at least. Well, he is definitely going to take some damage. Matty is pulling his army back, though. So maybe he'll be ready to intercept all that. SosMulas is getting... Is it SosMulas or Musolas? It's not Solus. SosMula. Fuck that guy's name. But he's recuperating there. Same as Muadd. Looks like both of the left sides just having a little rest break, a little reprieve. Gathered their strength before they push again. Yeah, looks like Belenos' attack has been repelled here. Matty has built up quite the force again. He's ready to rock. He's got lots of archers with fire arrows, and they're buffed. So really, he's in a good way to deal with Drogoth. I would recommend he gets a leadership hero of some sort, though. I think that would boost his army strength quite a bit. Generally, a Boromir is always a good choice, or even just getting a Theoden for leadership in this case. He comes out with it. Wouldn't have been a bad call. But I think none of the West heroes are very good, and I think you kind of just want to use them when you can. Faramir's also good, because he's good for dealing with Drogoth, as well as has leadership at level like 5 or 6 or whatever. Matty trying to avoid getting fireflighted. He didn't get completely fireflighted, so nice split there. But he did avoid complete disaster. And Drogoth isn't going to want to swoop back into this and take on all that. No sir, he is not. Looks like the left side tried to go for an attack here, so SosMula against Muadd didn't seem to do enough. The fort took a little bit of damage, but it looks like the ensign, the army as well, got cleaned up there. Legolas is still alive though, level 9 now. He's a beastin'. Definitely a lot going on in this game. Not a bad one. Oh, It's always satisfying watching a bunch of Rohirrim run over a bunch of goblins, I think. It's also more satisfying to watch a giant kick a Rohirrim in his face. Although he doesn't do anything to Éomer, sadly. That's always a weird animation to watch. Like the backwards moonwalk flying. So how does that work? We'll never know. But they do it quite often when something happens. And there's a Balrog of Morgoth from Belenos. Very nice, because it's of course the only evil faction in the game. It looks like he managed to hit a bit of Muadd's army perhaps with it. And now they're going to go for the kill here, I think. And summon from SosMula. Going to try and take down the fort while Balrog takes out everything else. Matty has summoned Rohirrim to try and deal with these Ents. Will it be enough? They will be getting leadership from King Dane now as well. So I think the Ents won't be able to take the fort, as they do have rebuild, of course, there. And there's Men of Dale with fire arrows also. But he is pushing force with Ents here, and an army. And with, of course, Balrog support, they might get it. They very well might. Matty is making a push as well against Belenos down here, but it looks like not with much. So he's just more like a defensive push, if anything. And Legolas is going Knife Fighter to get some damage on the fort there. Not something you see every day, but there he goes. Look at him go. It's a thing of beauty. Gimli's out, but holy shit, look at his health pool. There goes the heal. Clutch heal. Legolas could have turned around and one-shot him if he wanted to. But he was too busy Knife Fightering the fort, of course. Muadd's base is in ruins now. But Muadd does have a force still. And SosMula doesn't actually have much, if anything. All his stuff has been ran down except for a couple of heroes there. I heard a thing. I'm just wondering where it was. Ah. There it is. It looks like Sunflare has been used on Muadd's base. Not sure why he Sunflared his base. Sunflower's not very good against buildings, is it? Perhaps not. Maybe there was something around the fort he wanted to kill. I'm not sure. But maybe it was not the best of use. Sunflower's decent for his buildings? I don't think it's decent for his fortresses, though, is it? I mean, yeah, against regular buildings, it's not terrible, but he uses it on a fortress, which was when I was questioning it. Alright, Muadd's pushing in now. He's got his Gimli, of course, level 2. He's got armies of... He had armies of Men of Dale. Watcher is just the bane of any archer-heavy faction, isn't it? You always have to be so careful, like, mid to late game of Watcher. It's just such a dick-headed power. You're like, oh, I got this little camp. Boom, Watcher. Get fucked. It's a good way to deal with late game elves, really. The Watcher. One of the dream ones. Drogoth's level 8. Oof. I am genuinely surprised Drogoth has not died yet, and he's just continuing to level. If we can say level 10 Drogoth, very cool. Alright, Muadd's beginning to rebuild. He's, of course, got glowing mineshaft because he has the farm thing. Golden riches. Let's see if anyone else is close to a 25. There's Muadd's barrage. Hitting the elven player there. Of course, there's Sunflare for SosMula. Muadd has Golden riches and barrage, so he doesn't have anywhere near a 25 because he's opted to go for 15s instead. Which might not be a bad idea. Gives some more utility, really. And he's going to need the money also. We have 20 power points here for Matty, so he's getting very close to having a 25. Because he has some right here and there. And of course, we have 19 power points after getting Balrog for Belenos. And he has Watcher, so he potentially could get another 25, or he might have to go for a 15. I can't remember where Watcher is on the Goblin power tree. He might have to go for Darkness or something first to get another one. I could be wrong. No spoilers in chat. Belenos. I'll fucking see it, won't I? There we go. Very nice. There's the Drogoth level 10. Very nice. Dankness is left. Ah. That's right. I can never remember people's power trees. Alright, very good. They're gonna have a bit of engagement here. Looks like they're focusing down King Adane, rather. Oh, his heal's already been used. He's definitely gonna die because Smollers and Legolas have pretty good range. That will, of course, negate the leadership that the Men of Dale were getting. But I don't think it'll be enough there. Although Muadd did take some casualties. That's a elf. He only really killed Legolas, or Dane, rather. Corsairs and Firebombs, I see in there? Yeah! Nice. Has Drogoth used Fireflight yet? Or Incinerate? No, he has not. I shall await for his Incinerates. He may die before he uses it, he might not. I'll try and keep an eye on him. But of course he's going to be in an area where it's good to use, so shouldn't be too hard to miss. Unless I stop paying attention. Which happens. SosMula is getting his shit together again. Lots of pikes, protect himself from Cav, of course. And it looks like he's relying on Noldors mostly as his archers. Instead of getting Mirkwoods. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes Mirkwoods are a better choice. But sometimes they're not. Because Noldors have a lot of utility, just they can go into sword mode. Alright, Muadd's rebuilding his forces. He's got Glory level 3, Gimli level 3, Bran level 7, finally level 7. After all his life. I was gonna say, don't tell me I missed it already. Drogoth being pulled back there. And we do have a dragon on the field for Belenos now. That is one thing you always see a lot of, is 25-point powers for Goblin players who are doing pretty well. Goblins seem to gain power points a lot faster than most. Because they just seem to be fighting all the time. Which is good though. Ooh, nice Sonic song. That's fun. I love a good Bombadillo. As we all do. Alright, Muadd and SosMula is going to go at it here. Elvenwood being thrown down for the Elven player. And they sniped down Bran there. But Matty has got himself the army of the dead. And that's going to spell death for all the elves. Except for Legolas, because he's fast as fuck. Look at him go! He's not even an aggressive. I think if he's an aggressive, he could completely outrun them. I'm not sure if SosMula remembers, or even knows if he's an old player, that you get a speed boost. Ooh, it's going to be close. I don't think he's going to save Legolas. Unfortunate. And now is the chance for Matty and Muadd to really put some pressure on the elf player here. SosMula doesn't have anything to save himself. And in comes the Summer Harem. All big powers have been used, of course. Dragon was used over here, so they're not going to have that. They do have Drogoth, though. Maybe Drogoth can make a big play. Because if he doesn't, things are going to go very south very quickly. Over on the side of the map. It's going to be difficult to get it Incinerate off if he's going for it. Maybe he'll Incinerate all the Rohirrim on the fort. That might actually be a good call, even though it'll be bad for him. Ugh. I mean, it feels bad, but also feels good. But there is no saving that fort. Gimli level 5 there, slayering it up. And of course going there as well. And it looks like SosMula has lost his base, and probably going to be GG for the southern team. Well, SosMula was going for Matty's base here. Looks like a lot of damage has been done between powers and Ents and such. We do have giants here as well, so maybe Belenos can take Matty's base. They'll have a base trade. And then it'll kind of just be Muadd versus Belenos in that scenario. Could be pretty good. Yeah, I think at this point in the game you definitely want to have some fort upgrades. At least armor. Definitely helps. I don't think they have rebuilds. I think they used them already. Yeah, both of them are on cooldown, it looks like. I mean, Bran is back, but down goes Matty's fort. And I think all he has is these two buildings. Belenos is in a position to take them out as well. So I think Matty will be knocked out of this game very shortly. Unless I'm missing a building of his somewhere on the map. Guess we'll find out here in a minute. Is he dead? He's not dead. He has another building somewhere. There it is, in his allies' base. So he's not dead yet. So they basically had a base trade. And it looks like Belenos is moving in, or probably these are already there, actually. I don't know why he would probably not built those already. But now he's going to be on the defensive against the Dwarves. Will he have the power to defend against Muadd and the Dwarven hero gang? Mendadale support. He might. He very well might. He very well might not. Muadd opting to use Barrage here. Killed a couple caves and a couple barrows expansions, but not a whole lot, really. There's a summon spiderlings. Some spiderlings not probably going to do much, but maybe they'll keep them busy so he can actually firefly them in a Dale. Very nice. The diversionary spider play. It's a good one. Now Belenos is moving forth with the mountain giants to try and finish off Matty, or perhaps do some damage to Muadd here. Meanwhile, of course, Muadd is on the full offensive. He can't be bothered to go defend his base. He's too far away. But he does have armor on his fort. He does some catapults as well. But of course, these catapults are not going to take these giants. Look how little the unupgraded rocks do. If he had upgraded munitions on his fort, he might be okay. But it's going to take a while to take out his fort, and I think Muadd will have rebuild ready. Yes, he does. He also has 19 power points. There's the darkness for the southern team. And SosMula is completely dead at this point. Indeed he is. So it's just Belenos 2v1 here. There's a watcher there. I managed to kill majority of the dwarves, but missed them out of Dale, of course. And now, of course, there's 3 dwarven heroes against buff goblin warriors with darkness. I mean, the goblins probably won't win, really. Dwarven hero squad is his best squad. But it looks like the giants have actually taken Muadd's fort there before dying. Their last dying rock. I think that will seal the deal. That was a very, very close base race there. The Belenos' base is he's pretty alright. I think it's not in any danger of dying here at this point. Muadd's heroes will all be ran down by goblin warriors in darkness and poison blades, so they'll be taking extra flank damage as well as just a buff damage as well. Matty is still alive though, and Muadd are still alive. Matty's getting a new fort. So if they can both get back on their feet, they can make a comeback in this game and try and take on Belenos. But Belenos is in a much better position than those two are, I feel like. He's got the big powers. He's got probably the eco as well, having lots of lumber mills and lots of farms. And a level 10 Drogoth. But one of them needs to either... I don't think they can kill Belenos, really. Well, his base doesn't have much there. It's just the fact that they have, like, Drogoth and stuff. Oh, the Firefly killed Glory, and it almost killed King Jane as well. Very nice. Unfortunately, he didn't go back and finish him. Brandon's gonna get killed, though, by a couple Goblin Warriors. Maybe not. The Mendadale might save him. Very close. Azog could go in there for the kill. They will fear Azog. We all do. Look at him run. I mean, how can you not be scared of that? He looks fucking ridiculous, doesn't he? I hate Azog. Ugh. But Azog could potentially kill them. It doesn't look like he's actually attacking them. Oh no, Drogoth's probably gonna go down here, maybe. Or maybe not. The clutch fireball. Very nice. Drogoth has been a huge player in this game, which is not what I would expect against Dwarves. Or End of the West. Because both of them have pretty good ways to counter him. So it's unfortunate they weren't able to do so. Because, I mean, you gotta Bram the Beastslayer, basically almost insta-kills Drogoth. I think it takes like 75% of his health pool away or something. It's nasty. And of course, Men of Dale, Black Arrows, also pretty good. But he had it. Kept it safe, kept him secret. Not so secret, but he did a thing. Oh, having a worm get your guys as they come out. Although it actually missed them somehow. That was a bit weird. Muadd got too close to the archery range and got burned. It's unfortunate. Does Muadd even have a builder, I wonder? I don't know if he does. And there's the Balrog. Probably going to be the nail in the coffin. There's lots of goblins just tearing apart everything. Balrog and Worm together. It's nasty. Muadd isn't dead yet, so he did have a building somewhere. There it is. He's hiding out in the middle of the map somewhere. I think it's only a matter of time before Muadd and Matty are defeated here. But the brutality of late game Goblo. Goblins have one of the best power trees in my opinion in the game as well. I think, at least. Them and Angmar, I think, have very good power trees. So they do pretty well late game with power-wise. There we go, Matty's been defeated. So is that Phalanx. And Muadd has been defeated as well. The victory goes to Belenos. And I guess SosMula, or whatever his name is as well. I mean, he's dead, but he still wins. Right? Ooh, what a game. That was pretty good. Actually, a very good match. I enjoyed that a lot. Surprising, considering it was sent by Belenos. Lol. But more of those, please. Play good for once in a real game. And send me the replay again. Yeah? Alright. Good. Yeah, it's good to see good matches. I love good 2v2s. Like I said, they're my fave. So I love a good 2v2.